My real name is Acts Like Her Dad, and my given name is Cash Holmes.
White is who we norm. Yeah, I'm from USIB. So, we need involvement with our chief and council.
We're like really disconnected with our leaders. Our like we should look up to them, but we don't. We can't see why.
Also, we want more of our band to have representation in events in like other communities because we don't really see USIB in many events.
We're a really small band, a really small community, and I feel like we kind of keep to ourselves a little bit, and we should get out there and just get out there.
We also want to connect with other bands and youth.
Okay, connections with other bands and other communities because we keep to ourselves. So we should get out there, visit our people. That's I think that's important.
We also would like to strengthen our traditional practices. We don't do much. I know my language, but I don't know my language, I would like to learn it. I'd like to learn how to dance, drum, make drums, just do what I need to do,
The only time we learn Okanagan is in our high school. They worked really hard to put that there. They worked really hard to put culture in the public school. So why doesn't our band work hard to support our learning our traditional culture?
Hi, I'm Julia Elliott and I'm from PIB.
Hi, I'm Delaney Gabriel, and I'm also from PIB.
So a few of the main points that we came up with was something that I see in my band a lot is substances. I grew up in a household that I was surrounded by substances my entire life, and it really did affect me. And I think that we should be helping people that have addictions more, and maybe creating more programs for them that are closer to PIB and other areas, because I really do want people with addictions to get better, and I think that's very important in our community. And another topic that I thought wasn't talked about a lot was urban kids, kids that are Indigenous but they don't know where they're from. They know that they're Indigenous but they don't know anything about their culture. And I feel like we should be making a way that they can learn more about themselves, because culture and language is what makes you you. It's really special, and a lot of people don't know their language or their culture, and I think that's something we should really pinpoint, especially in youth, because I only know how to introduce myself. I don't know anything else, and I would love to learn more.
Something that I thought was really important is the other big thing in our community is violence and mental health. There's been so much loss and tragedy in our community. And I feel like if we supported mental health more, if we just as Isabel was talking about substance control, I think that could help our community a lot and prevent grief and I sound like I'm crying, but I'm not.
as she was saying, if we if we had more programs for youth for mental health, then there would be much less loss in our community, because that's something that's very important. Because in PIB there has been some violence recently, and that's something we don't want happening at all, especially around our youth and like the younger generations, because we can't teach them that. We need to teach them better things.
That we thought was really important was more low-income housing, because in our community there's so much people that can't afford housing, and it's like a really big crisis in our community. And if they can't afford housing, that makes them turn to go stay with the wrong people and like go down the wrong path and be homeless. So I think it's really important that we do that.
White House School Youth Speaks Sophia Michelle. I'm from LSIB.
White Speaks Natalia, and I'm also from LSIB.
What I thought was interesting to me was youth.
A youth counselor for
A youth council. I thought youth council was really a good idea because a lot of youth don't really know what to think and actually have a voice if you have a youth council.
yeah, and we would like for a youth building for ages 2 levels for ages 13 to 25, and then ages 13 and under for downstairs. And then we would need some for all of us youth to like have our voice and yeah, for somewhere to like hang out.
And another thing I thought was interesting was a youth like transportation, like a bus to go like places, I guess.
Another thing we needed was like more elder support, like maybe an elders bus and like some bingo for them. We would need some fundraisers, so that bingo would help. And also more loony auctions, 50/50s.
A powwow too for the youth. A lot of us youth kind of just want to get out of the valley and travel, so.
Also tournaments like double ball and stick games and golfing.
Things for the youth building we were thinking about was like if you're gonna hang out there, like couches, TVs, and Wi-Fi and all that, just for us to hang out with, and we can have a youth council meetings there too.
And programs. Another thing was some swag. Some sweaters, shirts, sweatpants, socks, the whole outfit. Just like to represent the LSIB and yeah.
White House School Disgrace Emery Lewis, Kintolu Kumapos, Kikamut Mada and Lake. Hello, good day everyone. My name is Emery Lewis. I'm from OKIB. Sorry, excuse the pause, kind of forgot there. So, as OKIB, we do have our own youth council, but a lot of what I've heard for the past 2 days has really a lot of information I hope to take back with me and present to our youth council. I'm also a part of it, so luckily I can kind of represent it here. Hopefully I'm doing a good job. A lot of what we've talked about is also what I've heard from others, especially within my community. Shout out to them back there. Sorry guys. So, a lot of what I've heard is sustainable economic development, and a lot of it some should be youth-led. I heard one which was really good was on the land tours. That was a good one, kind of showing people our culture and our community, having that. And community safety, having a lot of that. In past meetings as OKIB Youth Council, we've talked a lot about that, bringing it up. And over the past while, there's been a bunch of accidents on West Side, and also it's caused by speeding too. Apologies, I have to look at my notes here. With community safety, we want to discuss alcohol and addiction. Sorry, that was wrong wording. Alcohol and drug addiction and usage. We as youth want to have awareness of it and safety for it. That's been a big topic of discussion within our committee. We also want to bring in youth programming too. At the moment right now, we've been discussing with Chief and Council about having a youth center and having more programs there, getting a building set up for us. We want to have youth-led programs and being able to have accessibility to, from what I've also heard, is like transportation, being able to go to do things, and also just being able to learn things at this youth center. Mentorship too, we'd love some mentorship in our community, having one-on-one, whether it be culturally or even from Chief and Council. Sorry, Chief and Council, I'm gonna call you guys out right there. We'd love to have mentorship, being able to kind of work with you guys, especially on things with the youth and with around community. I think I've covered most of it, hopefully. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, but why are you here?
My name's Bailey Holmes. I am from Upper Nicola.
Scott Emanuel, I'm from Upper Nicola Band.
Okay, and some of the subjects that we brainstormed with our other Upper Nicola youth is cultural workshops for like teaching how to tan hide or making ribbon skirts and regalias, as well as teaching how to dance. And also language, going out on the land, pointing out the different types of medicines and what it's called and stuff. As well as like feeding and like tutors, like an after school club where students could go and find help on any kind of subject in school or whatever. And also like workshops to help people learn how to drive, because a lot of our youth, older youth as well, don't have their license and don't know how to drive. As well as like more youth involvement, because some of the youth don't even like know each other, or they don't like interact with each other enough, so they're just kind of like sitting at home when they could be out with friends or cousins. As well as like volunteering to help others, whether that's like chopping wood, cleaning up, yard work, or like even canning, drying fish, moose meat. And Sky would like to talk about sports buildings.
Yeah, I would love to have an outdoor rink at on our reservation, because playing hockey, lacrosse, I like to do that. Not knobby ball. Yeah, just a simple thing like that could mean a lot to some people, and like including myself, because I love to play sports. So that's what I like to do. And also, it can also bring people together, and that would help our community.
I believe that is everything. Thank you.
What?
Went to high school called East Grace Talon Baptiste. We're both from OIB.
Hello, chiefs, council members, and guests. Today I'm going to be presenting to you all the ideal changes and things we want to see more of in our community. These ideas were created by our OIB youth group that came down to this event. The topic that was discussed the most during our talk of what we want to see was bringing our youth together by engaging and participating in trips to see what is out there in the world and to explore the different cultures and tribes. Our second topic was having more involvement with our elders, since they are our knowledge keepers and our backbone, strength, and understanding of our communities. We'd like to be more connected with our elders because they hold stories that they pass on to us younger ones and guide us to the right paths for our futures. And lastly, we would like to have our own OIB Youth Council. Having a youth council will make us feel more heard and listened to, so we can involve our input and discussions and agreements within our community. Why? Linwood.
Good job, guys. I mean, we're really proud of them. They put a lot of work, a lot of culture that they want. And we actually had to create a big sheet of paper. So they're going to bring it home back to you guys. Hopefully you guys have a chance to look at it. But I just want to give them another round of applause for such a great job.
And the youth workers and the youth presentations. So just before we move on to the closing here,